Hey guys, Ada here, and we have got another mind-blowing chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen this week, and it's probably one of the best that we got this year. So buckle up and let's dive right into it. We kick things off with a flashback of Gojo shedding some light on Black Flash as a phenomenon, which was much needed because we saw Sukuna going crazy and hitting a second Black Flash last chapter, which would possibly allow him to regain his cursed energy output similar to Gojo. But we didn't know for sure, and we are getting some answers for that. So Gojo explains that hitting a Black Flash successfully is as close to performing a miracle, where it's just not about hitting an opponent with the cursed energy within a fraction of a second that causes the distortion of space which occurs during a Black Flash. If it was that, then with 6 eyes, Gojo could have easily mastered it, but there's more to it. He goes deeper into it by explaining that it also depends on how you use the cursed energy while attacking, as in if you use it defensively to strengthen your fist during your attacks, or you concentrate purely on the offensive power and use it to damage your opponents. And during a fight, you have to constantly choose between these two choices as per the situation. But there's a twist. There's also a third option which you can use, that is a blend of both offense and defense, which gives you a higher probability to hit a Black Flash. But it's not everyone's cup of tea to perform such a high level technique, except of course Gojo. And even with this higher probability, it still isn't a sure shot way, because the blend of such attacks depends on other factors such as your physical condition as well as your opponent's cursed energy. And as Black Flash is inherently a phenomena that interferes with concept of space, external environmental factors such as temperature and humidity may as well affect the final result. So yeah, until now we have seen Nanami and Yuji consecutively hitting multiple Black Flashes, so we thought it was just another awesome technique, but it's much more than that. Now we have known for a while that Nanami holds the record for performing multiple consecutive Black Flashes, but we didn't know that Gojo holds the record for the total number of Black Flashes performed in this current day and age. And this is something to note because moving further in the chapter, there is something that needs to be addressed, and I will get further into it, but let's move on. Now we have an awesome fighting sequence of Yuji, Choso and Maki taking on Sukuna, trying to do multiple combo attacks to get a good hit on him. But of course Sukuna is much faster than all of them and slips from them every single time. Although Maki catches up to Sukuna and tries to stab him once again with her sword, he blocks her sword and hits her with another freaking Black Flash. Yeah, this is the third time hitting one, and my poor girl is getting wrecked by it for a second time. Like, come on GeGe, why are you doing my girl like that? But that's not it, because Sukuna is ramping up here as his base slashes are also getting stronger. Without a second to spare, Sukuna catches Choso off guard by sending a set of slashes towards him, only to then flash step behind him and hit him with another freaking Black Flash. Now this is just crazy, especially after learning how nuanced the technique actually is, and we have seen Sukuna here handing them like candies on Halloween. But the chapter isn't over yet, and it just keeps getting better from here, as Choso is doing some big brain stuff, using blood manipulation to create an armor around himself, which helps him to mitigate the damage from the Black Flash, as well as holding Sukuna in one place, which gives Yuji the perfect opportunity to come in and smack Sukuna in the face. Now this is very significant, because Yuji's punches definitely affect Sukuna's soul, as it doesn't matter how many times Sukuna tries to regain his cursed energy output, as long as Yuji hits him, his control over Megumi's body and his cursed energy output both are going to be weakened. Now Sukuna is wary of this fact and tries to slam Yuji, but at the same time Yuji does something unexpected, that is he uses piercing blood, which he got from Choso earlier in the fight. Now this is because Yuji has not perfected convergence technique of blood manipulation yet, so Choso has to help him every time by giving him an already converged blood bead or something like that. I don't know exactly, but it seems that would be the case. But Sukuna obviously dodges it. Moving on, Sukuna senses that Yuji is about to hit a Black Flash, just as how Mahito sensed it in the Shibuya arc. But that doesn't help Sukuna, as his attention is diverted towards something else. And it's Laru that is coming back into the picture as he's using his curse technique to grab hold of Sukuna's consciousness. Yeah, we thought that Leroux's technique was just summoning a huge cursed energy hand and grabbing hold of any kind of object, but that's not it. His curse technique allows him to grab consciousness of any opponent that he has grabbed onto earlier with his curse technique, which gives Yuji enough time to hit a massive black flash right on Sukuna's chest. This is just mental. Not only because Yuji hasn't used a black flash for a while, but it's huge and affecting a larger area compared to Sukuna's black flashes. And this single hit has allowed Yuji to awaken, unleashing his full potential. Which brings me back to what Gojo explained, that he's the only one who can do the blend of both offensive and defensive attacks. But I don't think that's the case, because we have seen Nanami mentioning that when Yuji would be able to perfect his control on his cursed energy, combining with his raw strength, he would be a force to reckon with. And I think this is the potential that Gojo had caught on in Yuji way earlier in the series. Because remember, Gojo has constantly held Yuji in higher regards in terms of pure potential, placing him in the same category as Yuta or Hakari. And earlier in the chapter, it is also mentioned that Yuji will eventually surpass Gojo in terms of most number of black flashes performed in this era. So yeah, it's crazy how Yuji is shaping up to be the ultimate thorn in the side of Sukuna. But honestly, I'm so hyped about this and have a lot to talk about how Yuji's future potential is and the possible ways we can expect Yuji to take down Sukuna, and I would love to make a video about it while making an awesome artwork of Yuji. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Once again, this has been Adra and I hope you have a great day. Peace.